So I know I've talked a lot about how Mass Recall has a lot of bugs and has caused me to have to reinstall because of crashing and stuff quite a few times. Well, this one might take the cake. I started recording mission number 4 in the Zerg campaign, and this is supposed to be a base. There's not a base here. The money just didn't spawn on the map, so yay! I get to reinstall Mass Recall again. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the magical, exciting world of Starcraft Mass Recall that gets to be reinstalled every single time that we play it. It's been a nice little time sink and a pain in the butt. It works eventually. It's really fun, but man, it's been such a pain. We're going to jump in to the final episode number 4. There won't be any more episode number 4s. There will be more episodes, but no more 4s after this one. Let's get into it.
You have all performed superbly, especially you, Phoenix. My hive clusters are brimming with energy, and my broods are stronger than ever.
Then let's waste no time. Every moment we sit here means that the UED's defenses will be that much stronger, and I want nothing to stand between us and the retaking of my planet.
You're right, Arcturus. The time to strike the UED is now. But remember that we're up against one of the most heavily defended planets in the sector. Laying siege to Core Hall won't be easy. Not only does the UED control a substantial standing army, but may have Zerg reinforcements as well. Raynor, you and Phoenix will strike at the more outlying fortification, while my forces are busy assaulting the main UED base at Augustgrad.
We've discussed this plan 100 times. Commence the damn attack.
Ha! Very well, Arcturus. Before the next sunrise, Core Hall will be yours once again.
I like that Kerrigan said stuff to Phoenix, and then Phoenix just doesn't respond. She's like, "Good job, Phoenix," and Phoenix just like, I bet that's the moment that Kerrigan made her decision. Oh, Cloaked Scourge. Now that's Imba. This is a Mass Recall special right here. If this were in a properly functioning game, those Valkyries would tear those mutas and wraiths apart. But no, it's a broken unit. Congratulations. These guys look really happy. Are they supposed to be protesting? Because they just look like...
We could use some help here.
Yeah! Encore!
Good song.
Uh-oh. That's not a good concert. I'm always a big fan of the Zerg looming in the distance. Looks very cool. So this is a mission I actually want to talk about for something that's really cool. First of all, if you've never seen this mission before, check the top right-hand corner to see something absolutely beautiful. Starting with those 10,000 minerals that we had last mission. And that is, or that we harvested last mission, and I really, really like that. There's something in gaming called ludonarrative. Ludonarrative is the story that the... Hey, we killed something.
The UED has sent its pet Zerg to reinforce their...
Ludonarrative... Oh, hello, Kerrigan.
Strangely enough, there aren't very many Zerg attacking. Maybe the UED is having more difficulty controlling the Overmind than I thought.
So the ludonarrative is the story that the gameplay tells you versus the story that is told to you with words, right? And ludonarrative is very important in gaming, and it's often done poorly and creates what's called ludonarrative dissonance, where the thing that you're doing and the thing that you're being told are in contrast with each other. They're not the same. This mission I really like because it does establish a very strong... Holy crap, UED. Speaking of very strong. It creates a very strong ludonarrative in the fact that you feel like you're doing a giant planetary invasion. You have so many resources to start with at your disposal in a way that's very different than most StarCraft missions. Like, the comparison that I would... Oh, hello. The comparison I would give is Legacy of the Void. So in Legacy of the Void, you're running around in the Spear of Adun, which is the giant death machine of doom and demise that has, like, the entire Protoss race chilling out in it. Or at least all of the sentient Protoss race. Not the ones that have been mind-controlled by Amon. And yet, you start off every mission with, like, 6 workers and a Nexus. You should be able to deploy, you know, 400 supply... Oh, hello, Valkyrie. 400 supply at the 2-minute mark if you needed to. And yet, you can't for gameplay balance reasons, and I think that's a bit weird. It's jarring. It's not wrong from a fun perspective, because it wouldn't be very fun to do that over and over. However, it is... the storytelling doesn't quite match up to what you're doing. This mission, where you start with so much money... I mean, it's a 3-minute mark, and I'm at 50 supply. I've spent 5,000 minerals on stuff already, and getting a second base, I busted a base. There's just so much that you're doing. You really feel active. You really feel as part of this invasion. I think it's really cool. It's like, how do you use this momentum you're given? And it's very unique in terms of StarCraft missions, which I don't think it should be. I'm surprised that StarCraft 2 never had a mission like this, you know? Alright, so what I'm opening up with is Zergling upgrades. Reason being is that I have 1 gas geyser and 10,000 minerals. So, it shouldn't really be that complicated of a decision. I went 7 hatch total at the beginning. This is because when I was learning how to speedrun this mission, Ace told me the correct build order is you go hatch, 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 gas, evo, evo, with your starting drones, make a giant swell of lings to bust this area, and then start building from there. Now, my bust didn't go as well because mass recall is harder. However, I think the base idea is still there. I am going to get some Hydras, though. I'm not going pure Ling because I am afraid of the air units. I'm seeing these Valkyries, and I'm not super excited to deal with them. Also, yeah, I had to reinstall. I guess I'll put a thing at the beginning of this, but I was trying to... this base just didn't exist at first. I had to reinstall mass recall again. Every single mission, I think, for the rest of this is just going to have to be a full reinstall. I got Hydra range. Now I'm going to get Hydra speed. I actually intended to get Hydra speed first, but I didn't remember which button was which, so it didn't work out too well. We're going to get a Spore, 3 Sunks, and then another Spore. And I'm going to spend my money, and then I'm going to try to go. Maybe I will go with 2-2. 2-2 seems like very solid timing to make. I'll have Adrenal by then as well. 2-2 Adrenal Lings, very, very strong. I'm going to push up the north side of the map for a while. This is because the... I'll show you the map later. It's a pain in the butt. The design here is very corridor focused, and that can make things pretty tough. Oh, hello. Let's see. We got to get on top of this Lurker. Okay, Lurker's gone. Oh, my gosh. That's a lot of blood, and I don't think that's all theirs. I think there's a Lurker over there still. Here, let's test. There is. So we got to send this guy. One thing that I don't like about this mission, that I actually didn't get to talk about yet, is that you get these infested command centers based off of how you did in the last mission. You get one for every one that you infested. I think that's awesome. However, the infested Terran cost 50 gas apiece. And I'm going to buy some, but it doesn't mean I can really afford them. They're very expensive. This is... Hopefully they'll be able to help defending up here. That's kind of my idea, is I'm going to rally them to the top of these ramps, and then maybe if the enemy walks up the ramps, then my infested Terran will just bop them. But I'm not convinced that it's actually a good use of my money. Oh, hello. Wasn't quite where I thought it was. Man, they really do send a lot of Valkyries, huh? Okay, Adrenal is almost done. We're going to get another big round of Hydras. And I would like to get some Queens at some point, because I feel like things like Lurkers, Ultras, and Siege Tanks are all great targets for that Spawn Broodling ability, right? However, maybe I should go for Ultras instead, because Siege Breakers, just having that capability seems very useful. I'm unsure. I'll have to make my decision at some point. But I can delay for a bit. We're going to have 2 different groups of Overlords. I'm also going to get sight detection range for Overlords. And then, yeah, I'll go Ultras, actually. Ultras are cool. They're also 200-200 in StarCraft 1, which means they're pretty cheap. Though they are gas expensive. So is the Queen. Everything's gas expensive that I could make, besides what I have. They just keep sending these Valkyries over here. Here, I'm going to get a couple of these to help out. And then I am basically out of money. This is going to be time for the big push. I'm getting +2 Hydra attack during all of this. Here, let's just, Oh, come on! It just moved. Try to get around. You know, this is probably as good a time as ever to go attack, right? Yeah, upgrades just finished. Let's do this. That's a lot of fire bats and bunkers, huh? We're going to push up north. Huge Zergling reinforcements because the Lings are going to be the ones that get cleared out. Oh, yeah, get right on top of this guy. That is a base cleared. Let's see how far we can go. Oh, big Lurker energy. Here, get around this guy, take him down. Once the Hydras are alone, it's time to pull back. Alright, the Hydras don't have reinforcements anymore. So we're going to pull everything back and just do a big saturation wave right here. Oh, we might be able to keep going. No, but I feel like I have to build my drone saturation right now. I think that's a good position for these. I'm going to leave some guys right here to help defend. I don't know if it's going to be useful, but it's worth a shot. And then Ultra upgrades. We want movement speed and carapace. And speaking of carapace, we're going to get it on that when it's done. I'm just queuing that up right now because I'm kind of stalling out a bit. I want this mineral line, and then I want to control this area. Is this a base? That looks like a command center. Yeah, that seems pretty good. So I'm going to start some Ultras, just 3. And then when these 3 Ultras are done, I'm going to try to make another shove onto the enemy and see if I can take down this area. There were Lurkers. I don't know how many of them I got. Hopefully it was a lot of them. Once again, rallying with Lings. The Hydras did a really good job at surviving. They don't really do a whole lot of damage, but they're just reliable. Okay, I'm just going to build some... You know what? I'm getting a Spire. Not for air units, but I'm getting a Spire for air armor. Is that a little bit dumb? Probably. But I don't want my Overlords to die. And because we know that the math doesn't work the way that it's supposed to, it might actually be really good. Oh, nice. Attack wave. Alright, this is the time. Lings in the front, Ultras in the back, just as you're supposed to do. Let's target down this, and then take that out. Meanwhile, these guys are just crushing through. I love this mission. It's really fun. I think that it nails the Zerg vibe maybe better than any other mission in StarCraft. Just the overwhelming invasion force that exponentially grows. Oh, it's good. Alright, now we're going to hit down here, and you know what? We're going to take this base as well. We are going to super hyper mega Duplo saturate. I think Duplo is that thing that's kind of like Legos, isn't it? I don't think Duplo was the right word. Alright, and we're gonna push in this way, and you know what? Prepare to die. Sacrifice me. Oh, he didn't explode. He tried. I think that's the best I'm ever gonna get out of the Infested Terran, unfortunately. It's a poorly conceived unit. It's really overpowered if you can get it in 1 versus 1. Which is why it's not very good in the campaign, because imagine in a 1v1 where every single one of your overlords is drop upgraded the moment that you get that upgrade, and then you can just make one at a time and just queue them into your opponent's mineral lines forever. It's completely ridiculous. So, unfortunately, when you're working in a situation where your opponent doesn't have mineral lines, it's a lot worse of a unit. Alright, air carapace. We're gonna get some spores. I will put him over here, just in case something happens. You guys on gas? Ooh, there's some lurkers. That's an ensnare. I think that for this next bust, I want, like, mass ultra. Because the ultras can actually soak the lurker hits and don't get shredded by them. Yeah. I don't believe that Dark Swarm works on ultras, so I'm not really interested. Or, sorry, Dark Swarm doesn't work on lurker shots, so I don't think that it'll be very good. And that's why I'm spending my gas on pure ultra lich. Alright, +2 attack is going to finish. My +3 armor is going to finish. Zerglings and ultras already have +3 attack. This is good. This is real good. Ooh. Here, take these down. They just seem to be rallying lurkers right into me. This is actually, I think, pretty strong for me. Because it would be much worse if those ultras were actually attacking, right? Now, how many hydras do I need to reinforce? I'm gonna say from now on I build hydras until I'm maxed. I'm a little bit concerned that guardians, battle cruisers, things like that are gonna get in my way. And I'm gonna have so many ultras when they all pop that it should be okay. We have +2 attack, we need +3. I guess I'll finish off with a swell of lings to get on over here real quick. And we're just dominating the sector. I think I saw a guy burrow right here. Yep. Oh, this is great. Ooh! Ooh! Were those spider mines, Jimmy? I have an idea. Ooh, that's an attack wave. Not a very good one, though. It's more wraith than power. Okay, we're gonna pull back for a sec, and then finish this off. I have a swell of lings incoming. Let me select all units. We're gonna grab the Zerglings. Oh, that's Lurker. Move this forward. Take him down. Oh, hello. I'm gonna send this in and try to trigger the minefield. I think that helped. Let's give it a go. I'm just gonna hope there's not many mines left. I didn't hear a single one. I think we got all the mines with the Zergling diffusion. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, look at these ultras. They're so good. Even though they're ensnared and they have the reduced attack rate, they're just indomitable. Except the ones that have been dominable did. Those definitely were not the indomitable ones. But that's okay. They were able to break the majority of the intro force, the heavy defenses at the beginning with the minefield and stuff. Is that minefield there in regular StarCraft 1? I actually don't know, but if it is, that's really cool. And if it's not, it's really cool that they added it. Either way, I like it a lot. Because it was something that, yeah, it caught me a little bit off guard, but I was able to then make a tactical decision around in a very neat way. I'm sure that other people have like set spotters and used guardians to clear it out, and other people have, I don't know, probably a bunch of different ways. I think that's beautiful. And get these guys, we're gonna send them over here, make a hatch, get this gas. And you know what? This army is pretty good. Let's just try busting the end of this mission. Make sure we have +3 on the way. We do. It's not a full max, but that might be okay. Up to 5k again in the bank. Oh no! Well, cloaks are going to be pretty bad. We need a big reinforcement cycle of overlords, of all things. The economy is so good. One thing, I talked about this before, but I just love the huge base counts that are in Brood War. Like, look at this. Base, 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 base. That's 7 bases. Name one mission in StarCraft 2 that gives you 7 bases. I'll do it for you. The only one is the one that has really tiny bases. Well, there's actually 2 of them. There is the Reaper one, and then there's Supernova. But both of those are intentionally, like, really, really low base count. We're going to keep pushing it over here. We're just going to make a bunch of Zerglings, I think. We might have the DPS with Zerglings to just eliminate the enemy. Actually, we might have the DPS with this stuff to eliminate the enemy despite not being able to take out their defenders all the way. I just love having these many resources available. And, I mean, the natural base... Like, there's a bunch of different ways you could go. You could go up, and then you could fortify this area with, like, Dark Swarm and Spines and Spores, and then you could push down over here and take this, and then kind of punch up and pull back. That would be a way to do it. Or you could do what I do and come up over here, push forward. More bases gives more different strategic depth to what you're doing, and I think that's so cool. It means the missions end up more unique. You get to pick the way that you play. Where? Speaking of... Where are you, final people? Is there just like a sunk somewhere? Ah, bunk. Bunks and spores. I think this is the last building. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoy that mission. It's really, really great. When it works.
Excellent work, my surrogate. The UED's defenses are broken. Arcturus, you may take possession of this world with my blessings.
Don't be snide, Kerrigan. This was part of the deal, remember? I've earned this. I am Emperor of the Dominion again. I'll be sending General Duke to establish my base of operations in August.
I hope you make the most of your reign.
Was that supposed to be a visual metaphor with a battle cruiser falling from the sky as she says the most of your reign? If so, I think that it might have been a little bit better if it were synced up a little bit more, but I'm going to choose to 2.3% survival rate. I'm going to choose to believe that it is a visual metaphor, and I like it. Alright guys, sorry about the technical issues, but it looks like things are working once again. Gosh knows what we're gonna get next time. I hope it doesn't delay me again. Thank you for watching. I really enjoyed this mission, and I hope you did too. And of course, I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.